Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact that the KDA was admitted into the Switzerland-based World Spirits Alliance. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Vaughn Nieters, and Luke Otero.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. Hey-oh. So yeah, we're going to be talking about this today. Great honor to be included in that. And we'll talk about the KDA as an organization and what all that means. We'll get to that, though, after the break. For right now, though, Von Nieters said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
All right. I have a little thing that you guys got to decide out of 4 things. Each one of you gets a choice of which one you're getting rid of.
Okay.
Oh.
So we got burgers, chicken wings, pizza, and tacos. Which one you guys getting rid of?
Okay.
First, because I like all these things, but burgers can go.
Whoa.
Except the
That
other
was
things
quick.
Oh, that was just quick.
I have an answer.
that make up a lot.
And it's an unpopular opinion. I don't like chicken wings.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
I don't like them. I feel like they're a lot of work for a little reward.
Okay. I teach a class in chicken wing eating. You may want to attend that, and then you may think differently afterwards. So yeah.
Chicken wings are a thing I can only eat at home because it's not ladylike. I'm like, I gotta tie up
Not
my
ladylike.
hair, and there's sauce all over my face.
Yeah,
I'm
McNew out in public is always so ladylike, is what I always see. That's as she's falling over couches and urinating outdoors on people's houses.
Talking cones.
I'm always thinking that's so ladylike. She would never do something like that.
I try to with other people eating, and then it's gone.
Okay. Fair enough. It's very unladylike to eat chicken wings. For me, it's tacos. That would be what I would eliminate. Pizza's a staple. I love chicken wings, unlike Kathy. And what was the other one?
Burgers.
Burgers.
Oh yeah, burgers. Burgers. A little, obviously, a lot less actually, but a good burger is solid. So I like burgers. I don't like them prepared in the air fryer though. You know who I'm talking about, new guy. Get those away from me. he listens. He'll hear.
He does.
If I did something like that, I wouldn't go bragging about it and talking in public. I would just keep it to myself.
Your secret air frying.
I would keep my secret air frying of burgers to myself. I wouldn't go out in public and be talking about it because he fashions himself as a bit of a cook, type, and that's not helping his cause any. I'm a bit of a foodie. No.
Feels like shame burgers. This is my shame.
Yeah. Yeah, even if it was delicious and I made it, I'd be eating it and crying gently.
It was my dinner, and I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed it. It was a juicy burger.
Huh.
All right.
Interesting.
Well, for me, Nieters,
3 of the 4 are in our weekly rotation here at the Otero household. Burgers are our Sunday deal.
Okay.
Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
And pizza is either going to be Thursday or Friday night. It wasn't tonight, but
Okay.
so I don't dislike wings.
Yeah, you got to eliminate something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
eliminate
so-
the wing.
If you got to
Okay.
eliminate something, you're going to go with the wings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Well, for me, I think I'm going to go. It's obviously not an easy decision, but I think I'm going to go with tacos just because you can get pretty
Burritos.
close to having a taco without having a taco.
Yeah.
This is true.
This is true. This is true.
So I think
that was
that's
well
my
thought.
choice. And you can do pizza many different ways, burgers many different ways, lots of different ways you can do wings. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going with.
Going with. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think.
It was hard because these are all really favorites. It tells us how shitty us all eat, but they're all good.
So when everyone does eat tacos, do they use the hard shell or the soft shell?
Hard shell for
Hard shell.
us. Yeah.
I like to switch it up. Sometimes I like the soft shell, but sometimes I want a crunchy taco. So I buy both a lot of the times because I
get
don't-
angry at the soft shell ones because they're too small. Then I was like, I should have just had burritos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're always
The
too
street
small because you keep
tacos
just
that
having them.
come-
What?
Sorry.
I heard two
said
people
that-
talking. Then no one talk.
I said they're always too small because you just keep adding stuff into them. That's always the problem.
That's
with
what
the
happens
sauce.
then. That's what happens.
And I also think it depends. If we're doing chicken as the base, it has to be soft. If it's going to be beef, that's a hard shell.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Put up for me.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it all
3 out of 5 said wings, so I don't on eliminating. So yeah,
Yeah. That's,
I could see that. I mean, the other ones are more meals, whereas wings, for the most part, I mean, I know you can eat them as a meal, and I eat them as a meal many times, but a lot of times it's just an appetizer too. Whereas you're removing a dinner staple dinner items with the other one. So yeah, I could see that.
wings are like one of my favorite foods. That's why I can't get rid of them.
I know. I'm
Top
with
three.
you. I'm with you, man. I'm
Top
with
three.
you. I'm not eliminating them. No.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a wing connoisseur. I was ahead of the game, man. Oh yeah, when wings were just starting to catch on fire, I was there, man. I was all over.
Steve invented the chicken wing.
I wish, but like when I was a kid, like when I was like 14, 15, 13, I heard of this place. Cyberg's had chicken. My dad didn't like. He's one of these people who, and it sounds weird, but there's people like this. I've met other people like this, and you guys may know people like this too. They don't like meat with bones in it. I know all meat ultimately has bones in it, but there's a lot of people who don't want it when it's cooked and prepared and in front of them bones in it. My dad was one of those people. So he hated chicken wings, but I always wanted to go to Cyberg's and that's back when they only had one. Well, I'm talking about when just the one restaurant, and my dad wouldn't take me there, but I'll tell you what, the day I turned 16, I got my license. Guess where I went? Go get some chicken wings. I went up to Cyberg's. Hell yeah, I did.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
love
you
Good
chicken
for
wings.
you. Good for
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Independent.
But we just got an Atomic Wings, and they're a chain, but they make some good wings for a chain. We've been going
Do they?
with one lately. Atomic Wings.
I'll have to swing into one of those if I ever see one. They don't have them around here, I don't think.
Yeah,
I've
we just
never
got
heard
it a couple weeks ago, but they're so freaking good.
of them. Okay.
All right.
Interesting. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? We'll start with Luke. Luke, what do you got there, buddy?
We're going back to the old pits from the other night, Steve.
Nice.
Nada.
Okay. Probably a little weak from just having popped it, I guess. So I'll go next. Seagrass. Seagrass. Popped this on the show last Friday night.
Oh.
Don't judge me. Here we go. Yeah. It was weak, but it's the lead right now. So hopefully everybody has screw tops. We'll see what happens. I could win this thing. We'll see. Kathy's next.
I will let Steve keep going. I'm going to
Yes.
open up this hidden barn that's about third gone.
Okay.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Nah, that's the lead, actually. Mine was worse than that even. Yeah. Kathy's got the lead. Von Nieters is next. Kathy's leading.
I've got a Starlight single barrel, a rye finished in a honey barrel.
Okay. There's the new leader.
Yep.
But we've got McNew going. McNew, what do you got?
I don't think it's going to do much. I have this Elijah Craig toasted barrel.
No. I think, it was not enough there. So Von Nieters wins. Cheers to him.
Woo.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the fact that KDA made the World Spirits Alliance. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Bumpers are unscripted, so go ahead. All right, he's got the Terminator glasses on for inspiration. Go ahead, here we go.
I'll be back. I'm not good at that, Steve. Come on.
And you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the KDA making the World Spirits Alliance.
Yes, we are. So this is a huge deal. It's great for bourbon as well. The fact that this representation now of Kentucky bourbon in the World Spirits Alliance, the people that kind of guide what's going on in the world of spirits globally, and I think it's cool to have this organization in there, and it's quite an honor. I mean, we were talking a little bit before we got started. Most states have their own, distillery guild, that's what the KDA is. But it is for Kentucky, where most of the bourbon is coming from, and they really have their act together. Like ours in Missouri, I can't speak for all distillers guilds, but in Missouri, it's an entity where people from volunteer their time from distilleries, and they have like 5 officers that get rotated through, and it's all volunteer. Whereas the KDA, of course, is dedicated employees that help with getting legislation, passed, and ends up really setting the standard for the industry, because a lot of times if they do it in Kentucky, other states and things like that follow. So it's cool now that they have a global presence as well. What do you guys think about this?
I think it's great for the whole bourbon industry, even if you're not in Kentucky, because of the recognition that it's going to get globally. I think the timing is just right, because if you look at what all the majors are doing, the heritage guys, they're going on the global market even 10 times. So this is good timing, and I think it's going to have a ripple effect for everybody, even the small craft distillers, just all bourbon distillers as a whole for America. But this is a huge thing for Kentucky Distillers Association to be in the prominent role that they're going to be in.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that the World Spirits Alliance might do?
I mean, have a collective voice of spirits globally. I mean, for the most part, is there interaction between the bourbon industry and the Scotch industry or Canadian whiskey? This puts them all in the same room together where they can talk about things. Now, that's not the only thing they're talking about is whiskey, because this encompasses all distilled spirits, brandies and armagnacs and cognacs and you name it. If it's distilled vodka, they're all there. But this idea of working together, whether that's drinking responsibly, messaging, how to do that, or it's opening up markets. How do you get into China? Well, they share knowledge, collective knowledge, and things like that.
And tariffs too.
Tariffs are huge. Yeah. So all that kind of stuff is things that this group works on, and now bourbon has a strong voice in that with the KDA. So it's cool.
So do you think in the long run this will help bourbon reach more of a global audience?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think it helps a lot. So yeah. So, how they'll accomplish that and what's their game plan. I don't have any inside baseball on that kind of stuff, but
right.
Yeah, I think I don't think it hurts in any way, and I think it can help tremendously. So we'll see what they do with it. But they've always done such amazing things here in Kentucky and in the U.S. Should be fun to see what they can do globally. So.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing ultimately, especially because like where we're at now is there's so much
being laid
bourbon, being laid down and already just sitting in rick houses. There's an abundance, and it's going to have to go somewhere.
We need an outlet for it, and globally, gosh, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. You look at where bourbon's at, even in major countries, around the globe. Bourbon's a small player in distilled spirits, and the fact that there's so many opportunities that hopefully allows the industry to continue to grow, and we don't end up in a glut situation where it causes this crashing of bourbon. You hear about that stuff all the time. We don't want that to happen. That's not good for us as bourbon fans. So, yeah, hopefully this helps out with that. Yeah, so it's a cool thing. It's good for the bourbon industry, and I think ultimately if it's good for the bourbon industry, it's good for us as consumers too. Whether we can see directly how that happens, which that's probably not something that you see directly, but indirectly it helps a lot. Makes the bourbon industry stronger, and a strong bourbon industry ultimately, whether we know it or not, is definitely a good thing for us as consumers.
Yes. So, congratulations, Kentucky Distillers Association.
Way to go, KDA. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Doing a lot of good things. The only request we have for the KDA is bring back the old Kentucky Bourbon Affair. So now that you've got this done, that would be a cool thing. So, yes. That's where Luke and I met, and I know Kathy went to. Fun. Yeah, okay. We may have been at some of the same events, Luke, with Kathy. We didn't even know it because it was before we knew her. But yeah, she would go to that too. So,
are you sure you were there, Kathy?
I've been to at least 3 or 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
And it was the last year that I finally got my golden ticket.
Finally got the golden ticket, yeah. It's a cool event for sure. It's just all behind the scenes stuff, and the distilleries all go out. They go all out for it, and it gets very competitive too. And again, competition is always good, whether you're talking about in pricing, in stuff you're offering consumers, or if you're trying to put on events. Competition's a good thing for people to try to one up one another for these events, and that's what it felt like. It felt like everybody just rolled out the red carpet at every place you went. It was just those are fun events for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters.
KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
Luke.
You can find us at Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram, and you can find me on LinkedIn.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Please check that one out. We put all of our previous content out there, so it's a good one to check out. Again, abvnetwork.com. Also, come by and see us. If you're in St. Louis, you got to come by the ABV Barrel Shop. It's a must visit. So we are in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. We can be found online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Finance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.